Just how perfect is the heavenly realm? Hi, this is Barry Phillips with 10-Minute Torah. We spent 3 days on Vayakhel, and now we will go on to the second half of this double Torah portion week, Pekudei. So let's go to chapter 38 and read verse number 22 of the book of Shemot, or Exodus. And it reads from the Scriptures translation, "And Betzal'el, the son of Uri, son of Hur, of the tribe of Yehudah, made all that Yahweh had commanded Moshe." It simply says that what was given to him as a blueprint and a list of required artifacts, he made them. Out of all the materials that were offered, presented, contributed, he took them and completed the task. The rabbinical commentators make a very interesting point here in stating that Betzal'el did what was required of him without artistic expression. Now, what does that mean? He did not look at the blueprints and determine that, well, the menorah needs a little something more, or it has a flaw in the design in that it can't be made this way, so I will make it a different way. He didn't take what Yah had offered, not really offered, what Yah had required. Yah didn't request, he didn't offer, he didn't suggest, he required a certain pattern be followed, a certain end result be accomplished, and Betzal'el accomplished all that was asked of him, again, without artistic expression or artistic interpretation. Now, I have to tell you, as an artist, that would be extremely hard to do. My art form is in the area of writing and music. When I believe that the Father has given to me either lyrical content, an idea, and a desired end result of a particular song, I have been thus far given the freedom and the liberty to put it to the style of music that I hear, feel, and sense on the inside. I mean, I was raised with a certain genre of music, which is not the popular art forms of the current day. More classic rock, blues, southern rock renderings, and that's just simply what I hear in my head. Those are the seeds musically that I believe that the Father gave me, and when I pick up the guitar, that is where I tend to gravitate to. That being said, there are songs that I have composed that do not fit that genre or those genres. They exist outside of things, and yet to hear a full complement of instrumentation when the drummer gets involved and the bass lines are played and the vocals are put together and keyboards and the improv of the lead guitar. When those things round out, I hear a end result that I did not imagine could be created. You would think, well, I can hear the end result in my head. I just have to lay the network down, the skeletal designs, the lyrics, and make sure that the timing and the flow, the canter of the song works. While I do that, I don't always hear the full orchestration of what it could be. And there are some songs I still don't know their limits as to how well that they could be done. But I have thus far been given in artistic interpretation and expression. I have yet to say hear the Father say to me, "This is what I want. It has to be this way. There are no alternatives." Betzal'el chose to simply follow what was required of him. That is, he accepted the boundaries that Yah had established. He chose to build by original design. Now, for him to design something different or to flow in a different way would have meant for him to determine that what heaven had offered was somehow inferior to what he was capable of producing, or that he was limited and constrained to a place that he could not function satisfactorily in the creation of what he was given to create. So let's learn a few things here. Number one, the original design coming from the higher heavenly realm is already perfect in its expression. When we in the lower realm, the physical realm, feel constrained, feel limited, it's because we're interpreting that which is spiritual by the physical. There's a flaw in that operation. For example, the Torah is originally conceived, written, and fully understood in the heavenly and spiritual realm first. It came down from that realm and was given to us to live out and to accept here in the physical realm. Have we not at times thought, though, that the Torah constrains us unnecessarily? When we first came out of the systems that I was personally a part of, and we began to wrestle with the dietary commands, we struggled with trying to figure out what was clean and what was not. And my last battle was fought about, this is a battle within me, it was fought over pepperoni, of all things. I just could not wrap my mind around eating a pizza without pepperoni on it. Now, of course, now I understand there are alternatives and there are ways to enjoy pizza without that. But that was the last battle that had to be fought, and I felt constrained. But I chose to obey, and in the obedience, I found liberty and freedom that I did not discern on the front side of the battle. The Torah does not limit us. It does not constrain us. It does not prevent us in any measure from enjoying life. We may think that the Torah is about this big, and life is much, much larger. Let's understand that the boundaries of the Torah are enormous. And rather than camping out at the extreme edge of where the boundaries exist, in the middle is so much life to be lived, so much joy to be understood and received, so much happiness and health and power and strength and revelation. In the middle, there is the overabundance of life. Yeshua said, I have come that you might have life and have it super overabundantly. And all of that overabundant life is found within the boundaries and guidelines of the Torah. Second, let's also understand that in following Yah's desires, it requires a denial of our own. It's not that Betzal'el, how do I say this? His greatness is not in his expression, but in his obedience. It's not in his expression. It's not in the colors that he chose or the patterns that he developed. It is in his obedience. My friend, as we walk in obedience, as we accept the Torah for all the glory that it is, when we embrace all that the Father has designed for us, then the house of El within us can be fully constructed. His presence can abide, and you and I are going to find life at a greater level. Until tomorrow, shalom.